Hello, beautiful people. If you don't know me, my name is Chic, and today I'm going to take you through how I set up my MC Command Center in order to play the Ultimate Decades Challenge. So MC Command Center allows me to offload some of the management aspects of the Ultimate Decades Challenge. As that challenge is written, you are to keep track of the aging yourself, all of that. MC Command Center allows us to just have all of that automatically taken care of in the world. So if you missed it, we had a little bit of an issue with our Ultimate Decades save file, and as a result, I have had to redo the whole save file, and I am setting up MC Command Center. Here we are. This is the Squire lot. If you're not familiar with my playthrough of the Ultimate Decades Challenge, we are in the year 1355-56, and we had a blossoming, beautiful farm lot, peasant place. Gone. Anyhow, spoiler alert if you are one of the watchers of my Ultimate Decades Challenge, you will see that Joan is pregnant. So there's that. Not thrilled about that. I did not want Joan to be pregnant. That's not the one we want to continue having babies here, but here we are. So I've already set it up so that I could make sure I didn't miss anything. And we're just going to go through it. We're going to look at MC Command Center, and I can't do anything without background noise. So if you're new here, apologies, that's just the way it is. All right, first thing that we're going to do in MC Command Center, and it'll be linked down below if you... It'll be linked down below if you do not currently have MC Command Center. The capabilities of MC Command Center are crazy, and I find it valuable in all of my gameplay, but particularly the Ultimate Decades Challenge. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to set the max households. We're going to go to MCC settings, gameplay settings, and maximum household size. I do 12, but if it ever gets to a point where it's looking like I need to do more than that, I can always come in and reset it. But I don't want a lot of the other households to have 12 Sims in them. So I keep it as low as I can. But in the past, we have had situations where we've had 12 Sims in our household. That is the baby as well. Again, background noise. So we're going to set this to 12 maximum household size. You can enter any value in there that you want. The next thing I want to do is notifications. So because we're going to have MC Command Center handling the aging on its own, this is helpful for that, as well as like letting us know when babies are born. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. Anyway, it's helpful for letting us know when babies are born and all kinds of things. So the first thing we're going to do is pregnancy notifications. Notification settings, MC pregnancy notifications. And then we're going to do birth, because I don't do pregnancy notifications, because one of the key things that you're going to want to do is set up all of your main households or your main household and your side households. For the purpose of this challenge, you want your side households to be marked as played households. That's how we're going to manage this aspect of MC Command Center, because we're going to say show birth notifications for played households only. That way we're not getting birth notifications for random Sims that the game puts in to the world. So we're going to do that. Something new that I added this time around that I wasn't doing before is aging and death notifications. So it's here. Before, I would just do age up notifications, played only. So what happens here is it's going to pop up on the side. It's going to say John Smith aged up into a toddler. And then right from that screen, you can do your death rolls for John Smith and not have to go over to John Smith's house unless they die and you have to go kill them. Or you could even really do that if your household knows that sim. You can use MC Command Center to kill them from the relationship panel if you wanted to. But what I do is I typically I get like a final picture of them, whatever I need to do before I off them. When my Sims age up and then die, I do a makeover so we can have a picture of them at that age. So we're going to do played only there. And then something that I added this time was show death notifications. This way I'm not missing any deaths, even though I theoretically should be aware of them because the game should not kill off played household members. Although I don't know how that works sometimes. You could also do related to the active household, but I do played only. I'm going to try this out. I did not have this set before to be a notification, but we're going to try that this time. And I think that's it for the notifications for me. There are a bunch of different things you can be notified about when Sims move. I just find that a lot of these are not relevant to the Ultimate Decades Challenge specifically. So here we've now got two of the biggest things set aside. Just don't forget to mark all of your side households per the Ultimate Decades Challenge to played, because that's how it's going to determine who it notifies you about. The other thing we want to do, you don't have to do this. I prefer to do this though. I turn on pregnancy aging. So we're going to go all the way back to the main screen. We're going to go down to MC pregnancy. We're going to go to pregnancy and then other pregnancy. And then allow pregnancy aging is right here on the top. We're not done in this screen though. So we're going to come here. We're going to enable aging during pregnancy. If you do not have this enabled when you're playing the Ultimate Decades Challenge, like your wives, your women that are pregnant all the time will way outlive your husbands and stuff. And it's just weird. It doesn't jive. So we're going to do that. But then we're also going to come down here and we're going to pause on playable labor. When a non-active played household has a sim going into labor, a message will display and the game will pause. We're going to enable that. That's going to allow us to name the babies when they're born, or you can allow the game to just automatically have them be born. But I select to handle it myself. And then I can do the roles and the naming. And for like all of our little babies, this is nice because again, I don't have to physically go to the house when that sim is in labor and have that baby be born and then handle the death rolls. So that helps a lot. Okay, we're going to go all the way back to the main screen again, and we're going to go to career. This is something I'm trying that's new because I used to have a mod for this. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to select children quit school enabled and teens quit school enabled. Theoretically, this should allow my children to not have to go to school. The next two are kind of important. I'm leaving the aging for last because we'll talk a little bit more about that. But we're going to go to Woohoo, MC Woohoo. We're going to go to Woohoo Actions, allow teens, and enable that. The way that the lifespans work with the different aging categories, with the Ultimate Decades Challenge, your teen Sims, because historically they would marry young, they're going to get married and they're going to start having children as teens. You can opt to play a different way if you want, but if you're playing in that way, you want to come in and you want to allow teens to have romantic interactions. All right, we're going to go to other settings, allow birth control and disable it. Okay, back under MCC settings, gameplay settings. No, wait. Relationship settings, allow teen parenting enabled. This is going to allow your teens to gain parenting skills. Okay, a very important one also related to teens. We are going to go down to MC Woohoo. No. Hold on. MC Pregnancy. It's in a really weird spot. You're going to be in MC Pregnancy, Marriage Sim Selection. And we're going to come all the way down to Valid Marriage Ages. It's by default on adult. That's weird. You're going to select the ones that you want. So young adult, teen, and elder. With that one, I'm not sure if that's just how the game's going to automatically do it. I'm pretty sure I've got that set right. All right, now one of the most important ones for easy management of the Ultimate Decades Challenge is Risky Woohoo and Try for Baby settings. So we're going to go back to MC Woohoo. We're going to set up pregnancy, Risky Woohoo percentage. You can set these per age. So right now I have teens on 45. So you would just type in 45, hit OK. That's a 45% chance. Young adult is at 30. Adult is at 15. And elder is at 0. We're going to put this at like 2%. I didn't change that one earlier. Just on the off chance that it happens, you know? There's a such thing as geriatric pregnancy. If I were to get pregnant today, it would be considered one. I don't know. Okay. Now the other component to this is the Try for Baby percentage. We're going to put this at 100. So what this is going to do is it's going to allow us to go easily get our side households pregnant, or you can just use MC Command Center to do it. But I always have it set up so that Try for Baby is 100%. So if we have a marriage and we want them to consummate it for storytelling or whatever, they're automatically going to get pregnant. That means you cannot use the Try for Baby option in your main household per the challenge rules. You would only use Woohoo because we set up the risky Woohoo percent to be so high. Normally, like if you're playing general gameplay, normally you might put the Risky Woohoo setting on like 5% or something, but we have this set up so that when we're with our main household and our heirs, we're going to just use the Woohoo option every time, and then side households you can use Try for Baby and get that 100% pregnancy result every time. Now the last thing is the aging. So we're going to go back to settings. We're going to set age span duration. I'm going to show you my aging. Mine is a revised version of Virgin. Oh, wow. Mine is a revised version of Morbid Gamer's aging system. We have not changed it since the start of the challenge, and we're currently in like 1355-ish. Later on, I will revise this, but for right now, for our medieval era, this is what it looks like. So what we would do is we're going to go to human. We're going to go to normal lifespan. And then you're going to set it for each of these. So baby's going to be a default of 0. So when you have 0 in here, it's going to be EA's default, which is 1 day. And that's fine for the Ultimate Decades Challenge. Some of these settings do require a game restart. So infants, we would put in, because we have 1.5 years as an infant, roughly, we're going to put in 5 days for the infants here. And you're just going to go through and you're going to do this for each of them. So this tells you exactly the sim days. And I can link, I think I have a link to this in the description, but if not, I can add it. But when you get to teen, it has 28 days in here, even though teen says 16. I use the preteen mod. So we're combining these two and putting that in for the full age. But that's because I have the preteen mod. And then the other major difference with my aging system is the death rolls are harder at the beginning and they get easier as they get older. That is more historically accurate than the way that Morbid had it set up. The reason why life expectancy was so low is because so many people died young. So that when you average out the expected years somebody is to live, and most of the deaths are happening at young ages, it's going to skew those numbers. So this is actually more historically accurate with the death rolls. And then we do the elder a little bit differently. So when they are aging into an elder, they can die immediately if they roll these. But if they live, then we roll a d20 for how many years they're actually going to live beyond that. And this is one thing you would have to manage on your own with these settings versus having to manage every single birthday and death yourself. You would just have to track what year somebody is to die in if they get additional years beyond this, their elder role. That's worked out pretty good. All of my methods, the changes that I've made, all of those are like constantly being revised. Nothing is set in stone with me, okay? I see what works, I see what doesn't. We're like 55 years in. It's working out fine. We've made a couple of tweaks here and there. I think that's everything, but comment down below if I've missed anything that you think is an important setting for MC Command Center. Let's help each other out, help everyone who is watching this video. And because I'm currently going through a complete rebuild of the Ultimate Decades Challenge, there won't be any new ones posted anytime soon. However, if you're new, you can go back and watch the whole thing. I will link the playlist here. And again, that has improved as we have gone along. I started this on a whim. I had no idea people were actually going to like it. It got better as we went. But if you want to check it out, there are also recaps. If you want to start late, you can find a playlist with the recaps as well if you don't want to watch through everything, because there's a lot of content there. The episodes are kind of long. So yeah, that is where we are currently at. I think I accidentally typed in that cell there. If you found this video helpful, please drop a like, subscribe. Let me know in a comment down below. It helps the channel immensely. I appreciate you all so much, and I will chat with you later. Bye, guys.